Welcome to the Crystal Self-Healer Podcast. I'm Carissa Weaver. On this podcast, we blend the magic of crystals with the science of psychology to help you break free from chaos, ditch the overwhelm, and master your emotions so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day. Get ready to unlock your intuition and restore your true power as we cover how you can transform your life using crystals and self-awareness. Are you ready to get started? All right, let's go. When it comes to using crystals and tarot, I see one underlying narrative all the time: that they don't know enough or they need to know more. And because they don't know enough, they can't do what they really want to do. Everyone has a dream. But are you taking every step to make it your reality? Chances are you have a desire you're tapping into daily, but it probably feels like you barely move the needle in the direction you want to go. And when you're taking the action but not seeing the results, this is when most people throw in the towel and give up on their dream. What if you're not doing anything wrong with the actions and steps you're taking? What if it's something else that's getting in the way of you realizing your dreams? You may not believe me right now when I say you know everything you need to know to start working with your crystals and tarot. And that feeling you have right now, that disbelief, is what we're going to discuss as we uncover what's really holding you back. By the end of this episode, you'll have a new outlook on your limitations and how you can transform your life forever. If you're like most people interested in using crystals and tarot, you have a collection of not just crystals and tarot, but a bunch of books too. All added because it felt like this next edition was going to be the thing that filled the gap between your current reality and what you wanted for yourself. Many of you have an internal narrative convincing yourself you need to know more, and this keeps you on a path of getting and learning more. This can be a justifiable position to hold. Many of the rules that exist around practices you see revolve around closed practices that are built on hierarchy and initiation. I'm not here to bash closed practices. What I am here to shatter is the belief that you need to follow those rules. Rules are made to keep you following them, to keep you second-guessing what you're doing, so you rely on an outside source for your progress and achievements. Some go so far as to see these blocks as being curses or hexes placed on them and their ancestral line. So as long as you believe that you need to follow or conform to these rules, you'll never create the belief that you are knowledgeable or skilled enough to do what you want to do. The card inspiration this week is the Three of Cups as the energy to call in from a crystal and tarot forecast inside the Charmed community. This card is generally associated with celebration and has three women holding their chalices up in the air as they dance amid lush plants. Each of the ladies are clad in different colors: red for material wealth, yellow for enlightenment, and white for purity. There is an easy sense of joy, appreciation, and comfort in the imagery. But let's talk about this card being the Three. This is early in the sequence of the minor arcana, which is integral for our conversation here today. This place within the hero's journey is when you've started out and you've been putting in dedicated effort toward your desired outcome. The imagery is showing there are fruits from that labor, and this is the cause for the celebration. But we're still early in the journey, so more work will be required ahead. So celebrate where you are today. assess what you have created, and learn from that so you can move forward using skills and knowledge you've gained thus far along your path. The way you go about planting your seeds are not the way that you tend to them as they blossom, bear fruit, and then harvest your abundance. Each stage shifts in its demands, but start by celebrating where you are right now. It's not uncommon to focus on your desired end result and not on the steps it takes to get there. This in and of itself will hold you back from making progress toward your dreams and goals because they feel too big, too overwhelming. And then you'll hear the just as unhelpful advice to do it scared or just believe it to be true, all while clenching your fists on a hope and a prayer. This feels awkward and uncomfortable. The frustration of this chasm, this great divide between where you are and what you want, is often the result of one thing: your amount of confidence in you. Here's where this gets tricky. When the chasm feels too big, you tend to abandon the goal, especially one that doesn't always come with a delineated path. When the path is unclear, or the process is confusing, or you don't trust you have what it takes to find your way, the best thing you can do is to learn how to shift your belief without giving up on yourself. I think it's important to frame something significant for you here. Where you are today is because of beliefs you shifted from where you were before arriving here. You often won't see it that way because the subtle changes that happen over time aren't always noticed when they're happening. It's the path of mastery, of trying something, learning from failures, and through trial and practice, you end up with mastery. When it comes to your crystal and tarot practice, everything you've learned, experienced, done to this date adds to how you work with them. And where you are right now provides the stepping stone for the future version of your embodiment. Where you are isn't wrong. You're exactly where you're meant to be right now, in this moment. When you shift your belief to allow you to grow into your future version of you, you start to make progress. Getting there is an exercise of noticing the patterns that are getting in the way of rising to meet your higher self. When you see those patterns arising, you get to decide to choose different, and then you opt to live into the future version of yourself. So let's bring this home so it lands loud and strong. If you want to work with your crystals and tarot, start now, right where you are with the knowledge and experience you have. Maybe it will instinctively follow the forms and protocols of some closed practices out there. Or maybe the mere fact that you're doing something with your crystals and tarot builds the confidence to keep doing it, and you find and perfect the practice that is yours. The key is in the doing. When you're shifting belief, all too often your focus is pulled in too many directions, making it hard to really see the positive progress you've made toward your goals and dreams. That's why inside the Crystal Self-Healer Members Portal, you use a monthly focus to allow you to see your growth while also creating momentum for your desired outcome. The crystal I'm going to offer here today is Citrine, and here's why. There's no end to what you can learn in this lifetime, and once you realize this, you understand you can never learn it all. This humbling realization empowers you to start trusting your own knowledge, and Citrine is the perfect partner for this. By stimulating your sacral and solar plexus chakra, you tap into creativity and personal power that will support you in taking action toward your goals. For many goals, the changes and progress you make aren't obvious along the way, and it's only by tracking and assessing your journey that you can tangibly measure how far you've come. Citrine amplifies this abundance and making your dreams real by energizing you to take the steps that accumulate into your end result. No journey is without hurdles, pitfalls, or failure, and that's where Citrine's stimulation of clarity and focus will aid you in gaining insight into the thoughts and patterns you unconsciously repeat that hold you back. This will help you in consciously choosing the new and different path to take from where you are to where you want to go. And we can't forget the power of celebrating the milestones and accomplishments along the way. Citrine, with its yellow color, just exudes joyfulness and positivity. Let it call in this encouragement as you move towards your goals without the frustration of feeling stuck. Here is a crystal ritual you can do today that will help you overcome what's really holding you back. You'll need 2 pieces of paper, a pen, and your citrine. Take a few moments to breathe and settle into your body while you hold your citrine in your hand. Let the worries of the day fade and notice the stillness in this moment. Bring your attention to who and where you were 5 years ago. What dreams and goals did you have for yourself? What did you want for yourself that you didn't have then? Place your crystal on the table and, as best as you can, step into who you were 5 years ago. On your first piece of paper, write down a letter to yourself documenting what you wanted for your reality. When you're done, bring your attention to who and where you want to be 5 years from now. What dreams and goals do you have for yourself in the future? What do you want for yourself that you don't have now? On your second piece of paper, write a letter to yourself in the present tense that reflects all of these goals, dreams, and wishes you desire. This would be I am, I have, I do kinds of statements. Write out what your future life experience is as if you live it today. When finished, take your first letter and see how it measures up to your current reality. Then take your second letter and notice what you want that is actually a reality in your current experience. There will be some, and let your citrine help you manifest the ones that remain. When you're finished, tuck this letter in the back of your planner or somewhere where you can come back to it in the future and see just how much of your dream life you have started to live in your regular day-to-day. Today's pairing of the 3 of Cups with citrine is from a crystal and tarot forecast inside the Charmed community. I invite you to join me in this free space where I share these readings weekly to help you align your energy and focus your week. You also get the opportunity to connect with others who are exploring their growth and creating change in their lives just like you. Join us for free. The link is in the show notes. And if you are tired of being on an emotional roller coaster, constantly juggling everything in your life, and you want to be part of a space that holds you in your healing, a space where you can feel seen, supported, and connected as you create more emotional and energetic space in your life, I would love to have you join me inside the Crystal Self Healer Members Portal. It's where we go beyond the weekly guidance and we apply it to your life, equipping you with the tools, resources, as well as support to build your confidence in crystal healing and emotional self-care. Inside, you get healing sessions that help you process emotions so you can regulate your nervous system, rituals that help you anchor and direct energy, and personalized support when you're feeling stuck. There are courses, workshops, and activations that help you master new skills and support you in moving forward toward your goals. Everything you need to learn how to recognize and dismantle patterns, cycles, and loops that keep you stuck is in the portal, so you can achieve more ease and alignment in your life. Visit my website, 3charmedgems.com or click the link in the show notes to learn more and join me. It's time to stop living at the mercy of emotional triggers and start living in spiritual integrity. The Crystal Self Healer Members Portal is where that shift begins. Find your clarity and come home to yourself. Today's episode has been brought to you by the Three of Cups, Citrine, and your future self. May we all harness the support of Citrine so we can step into our highest version of ourselves. Blessed be, my friends. All right, my friends, that wraps up this week's episode. Thank you for joining me here today on the Crystal Self Healer podcast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, leave a review, and take the What Crystal is Best for You quiz linked in the show notes. Join me again next week as we continue to demystify crystals, how your brain works, and how you can use them so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day.